Welcome to the update. I'm your host, Travis Cobb. Let's get right to it. Student government elections are still being held, so vote and follow our coverage at www.lsureveille.com/tigertv/elections_2014 because it's the American thing to do. And I will have more about that later in the show, but first, some tragic news from the missing Malaysian Airlines flight. This from the Malaysian Prime Minister, Najib Razak, earlier today.
It is therefore with deep sadness and regret that I must inform you that according to this new data, flight MH370 ended in the southern Indian Ocean.
Speculation over the flight's whereabouts dominated news coverage over the last few weeks. Families of the more than 240 passengers that were on Flight 370 waited for an answer to the question, what happened to their loved ones? Today that answer came, and as Prime Minister Razak says, it doesn't make the loss any easier.
Malaysia Airlines have already spoken to the families of the passengers and crew to inform them of this development. For them, the past few weeks have been heartbreaking. I know this news must be harder still.
We know where Flight 370 is now. Tragic as it is, the question of how this happened still is at the forefront of family members' minds. One that had been waiting for answers spoke out before the press conference.
Our relatives were on that flight. This wasn't an accident. Instead, it was caused by the Malaysian government. They are covering up something.
Malaysian Airlines relayed the news before the Prime Minister's press conference. The text message sent reads, Malaysia Airlines deeply regrets that we have to assume beyond any reasonable doubt that MH370 has been lost and that none of those on board survived. As you will hear in the next hour from Malaysia's Prime Minister, we must now accept all evidence suggests the plane went down in the southern Indian Ocean. Though the text message was sent before the briefing, Malaysia Airlines offered counselors to any family members. The airlines also held an in-person briefing before the Prime Minister's announcement, weeks of coverage coming to a predictable end. I found myself at times holding out hope that by some miracle this flight would turn up and everyone would be safe. But that isn't the world we live in. Investigations will go on into why this happened, but that answer won't come for a while. For now, all I can say is that anyone affected by the news today, I'm so deeply sorry for your loss. You didn't deserve this. Take time to tell the people that are important to you that you love them. In the face of inexplicable tragedies like this, know that there still is good in the world, even in the face of such undeserved darkness. Okay, heavy stuff. We're going to lighten the mood in here after a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. When we come back, Missing the Mark goes to Ukraine, but not in the way American leaders think Putin is going to Ukraine. Don't you go anywhere.